That he's a jackass. That he's a jackass. That he's a jackass.
You are creepy, Lindsey Graham. You ought to be ashamed. You got secrets in your closets and your head's up Trump's domain. Lindsey Graham.
To realize you're running for the highest office in the land, the strongest voice in the world, and take the quest more seriously. But I think what's going to happen is that we get serious as a party about picking our nominee. We're going to look at ourselves and say, who do we want to send into the arena to win the White House in 2016? Who is the best person to represent our values? We are the party of the military. The thing I like most about my party is that we are strong on national defense. We've had a history of being the soldier's best friend and their families. So what Donald Trump said about John McCain and all those who have served is out of sync with our party. Our party is a group of very hardworking, decent people. So when Donald Trump said that most of the illegal immigrants are rapists and drug dealers, I think our party will say, no, that's not who we want in the arena with Hillary Clinton, because that voice is a loser's voice. That he's a jackass.
Really?
Welcome, everybody, to Nine's Corner. As you can see, we're going to be looking into Mr. Lindsey Graham. How did he go from being a Republican, and you may not agree with his politics, but fine, he's a Republican. And then all of a sudden, he went from dissing Trump and saying he should not be the person who goes and becomes president in 2016. And now he's saying, okay, if you're going to go against Trump, then we're going to get people out fighting on the streets. And he's just gone completely different and crazy. And what kills me, it drives me nuts, whatever side you're on. Like, as soon as something's wrong with Trump, they're like, well, look at Hillary Clinton's emails. Look at Hunter. Look at this. It's like two things can be true at the same time. Trump can be an idiot and still things are happening that may not be cool on the other side, too. I mean, I hate that, that argument where somebody goes, well, if I say, well, whoever did this, well, Trump did that. It's like, who cares? I'm talking specifically about this subject right now. Okay, my rant is over. So let's get into Lindsey Graham, who at 21 lost his parents, and I feel really bad for that. God bless him. I mean, your past tells you who you are is a great predictor of who you're going to be in the future or what you're going to be like in the future. And so at 21, he lost his parents, and he adopted his sister and took care of her. When he was really young and working in Germany, he almost had a chance to get married, but she had elderly aunt or something, and she couldn't. He said, like, she'd never move back to the States with him, and so he's been a bachelor ever since. Now, there's lots of stories. And my thing is, look, it matters not if you are gay or straight, but to Lindsey Graham, it matters. And I'm going to be very interested to see if that comes out in the reading, because, once in the New York Times, he was like, I had a clandestine affair with Ricky Martin. And then he was like, no, I'm not gay. I'm sorry. I was like, what? What are you saying? And then he literally goes from that to endorsing Trump and saying that, like, after the whole McCain issue and Trump was saying bad things, and then Graham was like, that wasn't fair. And then he came out and said, well, all things being equal, it's fun to golf with Trump. So that was the excuse to allow him to make comments about McCain. Like, there's something there, guys, and we know it. So I want to do a deep dive into McCain. God bless him. I'm sure you'll probably show up in the reading. Let's do a deep dive into Lindsey Graham. And let's just let the tarot cards bring out whatever they want to bring out. I would like to know, however, how he went from being so anti-Trump to being so far up Trump's ass he can see his tonsils. You know what I mean? All right, Lindsey, talk to us. What is all this about? At the base, we have the Four of Cups. Oh, Lordy Lord. Look at this. An offer that he is not happy about. This is information about him, about his life that has been his main focus. And it's like it's his biggest fear. I really, truly, strongly feel that this could be to do with his bachelorhood and the reasoning for it, and him never wanting that to come out. Crossing. Oh, the 10 of Swords. Oh, my goodness, guys. This is complete destruction going against him. So whatever it is that this information that he's been told about that's being held against him will completely destroy him in his eyes. Because don't forget, like, if this is a gay issue, you and I don't care if he's gay, but to him, it's a huge deal because it goes against everything that he's been living his life for as a conservative. It goes against it goes against the essence of who he is. But then I feel bad for him because then if you never live authentically, underneath it all, we have the King of Wands. So with the King of Wands, it's like you're able to see the big picture and you have a lot of ability to help create and navigate that picture. So underneath it all, he feels that he is a pillar for the Republican Party and he doesn't want anybody to hurt his name or hurt his vision for what he sees for the Republican Party. Behind it, and we got the Queen of Wands. Isn't that interesting? We'd have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So in the past, I think that with the Queen being there, it's showing a kindness, a generosity, a want to really be the structure of the family, truly believing in the Republican way, the original Republican way, not the Donald Trump Republican way. On top of it all, temperance, balancing out stuff. Okay. So Lindsey Graham right now is on a tightrope. He's trying to figure out how to hold on to whatever it is, this information he doesn't want to come out, that will completely destroy him. And this is all the foundation of everything he's done up to this point. In the near future, we have the Fool. Wow, okay. Lindsey, God almighty. It's like, okay, oh my God. Okay. Oh, I have so much information just going in my head and I can't even get it out. So in the future, Lindsey Graham, it looks like you're going to be at the beginning of something. I really think this is just going to be his continuation of being the fool for Donald Trump, for continuing that pathway with Trump, thinking that that's what's going to continue the Republicans to eventually win. I think that in the near future, because this showed up in the near future and all the questions and everything that was coming up, I think this is a confirmation about his personal life and that this truly is part of the secret of why he so went from being anti-Trump and a true Republican, whether you agree with Republican politics or not, to being a Trumpster. And there's a far, chasm from one to the other. His true want, and it's weird here, is his political want. It's like his whole life, he couldn't fulfill his true want to have a true relationship because it would go against everything that the man has ever lived for. I think this is his want to really push the Republicans into the White House, to create that so that they manifest, in the 2022 elections so they can go forth into 2024 elections. And I'm sure if they can try to delay Donald Trump, keep this going, that God forbid if the Republicans ever got in, they would take care of that problem for Donald Trump. I really think he's working on a plan to get into the White House, and this is not a Republican plan. This is a Trump plan. The people around him are really confused. They're like, wow, he went from one extreme to the other. But really, he's between a rock and a hard place. Whatever that information is that can destroy him holds him prisoner. And people can see it. It's almost like, if you look at this card, the person that has a blindfold on it, he thinks that we're all just blind to it, but we're not. I don't know. It's confusing. He is so stressed about justice coming for him that he is going to end up having to atone for what he has done. His biggest fear right now is that he's going to get in legal trouble. Whoa. The outcome, we've got the Knight of Swords. So he's going to be rushing in. He is going to keep this chaotic. And this is definitely showing that when he said, if you're not with Trump, then we're going to get, feet to the ground and get everybody all riled up and cause chaos. That's exactly what he's planning on doing. It's all about the it's all about the Republican Party. We've got the Moon. He has a secret. It's his secret. It's a personal secret. He doesn't want it to come out. But guys, there's some legality coming. There's going to be a reason why he's going to have to be in a legal way. It's going to happen. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. We've got the Lovers. So a decision that he made in the past is going to come back to haunt him in the future. I truly feel that behind the scenes, there's always going to be that Miss Lindsey Graham, which I don't think is fair. Because, you got to distinguish between the fact that gay or straight, you don't care, but the fact that he hides it, and the fact that he hides it behind his religion. He hides it behind his politics. This is the way he's lived his whole life. He can't backtrack at this point. He is going to have to whoop out of this. I think that within the next, I hate giving times because tarot is not good at giving times. I've never known anybody who's good at giving times, because the reality is that free will of anybody, not just Lindsey Graham, anybody around him. But he's going to get struck down. I think there's going to be a legal issue here for him. He may actually be sick or getting sick. There may be a reason why he may have to take rest. This could be an illness. And when I asked, is he going to end up in legal issue? Like, what's going to be the final result? We've got the Three of Cups here. So I need to clarify this. Let me just clarify the Three of Cups, because I don't know if that's a yes, that he's going to get in trouble for the legal issue, or if it's sort of a case of he gets out of it because of the Four of Swords, that somehow he's put, I don't know. Is that being put? Okay, let's clarify it. I want to know, is this having to do with illness, or is this him getting better after a time of needing rest because of issues that came up in the past? Because that would explain these three cards. But I want a clarifier. No buy. King of Swords. King of Swords. Lindsey Graham, I almost feel bad for you, because I feel as though... Well, I don't feel bad for you. No, I don't. I can't help it, because I'm getting into his thoughts and feelings. And I feel as though there's two things happening here. One, obviously, he's dealing with legal issues. But I think behind the scenes, there's some health issues, and he's definitely seeing a doctor. he's concentrating on making money. He's concentrating on the 2022 elections and trying to push the Trump Republican narrative. I get the feeling that he's ill, guys. I really do. The cards are kind of like very interesting. I'm worried that there may be illness here for him. And it could be something that he was ill with in the past that's going to come back to haunt him. So when it comes to Trump, he's just going to be the Knight of Wands. He's going to continue to tout and beat the drum for Trump. Definitely going to... I think some of the BS and propaganda that he's saying will have effect on the Trumpsters. 5 of Pentacles. Holy sugar. It's like he's doing what he needs to do. He's so set to push Trump and to push the Republican Party. But there's illness there. There's something there. We're going to find out about him being ill, and he's going to have to literally back away from politics because of it. The moon is just screaming at me. I just want to throw a clarifier before I say anything. Oh, my fudge. I wish I could curse. The moon, out of all the cards, and there's a number of cards here. Look, we got all these cards down for Lindsey Graham. And the one card that really flashed up at me was the moon. So I asked for a clarifier. Why am I getting the moon? Does this have to do with his secret of his personal life, his religious life, his political life? And I got Judgment. Judgment could be a journey that's outside of Earth. I really think that, I'd never wish for anybody to be ill, and that includes Lindsey Graham. So I pray for your health. I feel that you're going to come into your own personal judgment, and that is going to ill affect your health. All the negativity, all the vulgarity, all the things that are going against who you truly are. And that is Lindsey Graham prior to Trump. You are now going to be judged for it and held accountable for it. Lindsey Graham, wow. It's really weird because I don't like the man. I don't like his politics, but I feel sadness for him. There's like this, it's like having this successful life. I mean, when you look at it, when it comes to politicians, he's like worth 1 or 2 million, which is really low in comparison to the majority of them. So money is not driving it. That's why I think the information about him is a personal information. And I do think that in his prior life, regardless of agreeing with him about his politics, he did try to live in a more respectable manner, and he has turned, and he will be judged. And I think it's like, I see justice there. He's worried about justice. He's worried about the law, but I almost see like all the vulgarity and all the evil and all the negativity that he's been spewing has internalized and hurt him physically, and that's going to be manifested. Regardless of legality or end of life or whatever, he's going to have to deal with the judgment of it, and the judgment will be harsh. He will have to change his ways, whether that's health-wise, on a spiritual plane, or on the earth plane. But either way, he's going to have to answer for it. So I really don't like having to feel bad for him, but I'm really getting a feeling of illness around him. So, I don't wish any ill on anybody. So I hope your health is good, Lindsey Graham. But I do hope the judgment card comes to get you when it comes to politics and you turning your back on democracy, on the U.S. for following the orange blob, Donald Trump. So, all right, my friends, that is our reading. And as always, I have our Unity candle. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and do all that good stuff that helps my channel. You know how much I appreciate you. I thank you for your time. And until the next time we chat, take care. Cheerio. God bless.